What's up, real MVPs? Ricky Widmer here, and welcome in to another edition of my daily picks. Ricky's daily picks, a little bit later than yesterday, and before I get into everything, I just want to clear that up. So, my plan for this that I was thinking about today is we will probably have an afternoon upload, maybe early afternoon like it was yesterday, maybe later afternoon like it was today, but for right now, the plan probably will be an afternoon upload, a post-noon upload. So because of that, I want to let you guys, this is kind of little housekeeping update section. Because of that, any game that's a night game, so like 6 p.m. Central Time or later, those will be like in this video. However, if there's any other games, like today we had 11 o'clock here in the Central Time, 11 o'clock baseball games. We had 2 o'clock baseball games that were happening before this game was live. We also had some Champions League qualifying that I put some picks out on that I knew were going to be going on before this video was going to be recorded. Because of that, any game before noon, or I would say before the upload, I am going to just put them out on Twitter. So like today, my Champions League qualifyings, I put those out on Twitter. I will put that out on Twitter. At Ricky Widmer is where you can follow me. So in case you're wondering, like the day games, I wonder what Ricky thinks. Well, if I think of any, like today, there were some that I liked, some that I didn't, but I didn't include any on Twitter. If like, for example, the Brewers game, I liked that. I was going to take money line first five for the Brewers. I would have put that on Twitter now going forward because that would be before the upload. So couple ways you can follow my picks, videos each and every day, or some days might miss, but hey, the videos were number one. You can get my picks for night games. Number two, my Twitter, at Ricky Widmer. Any picks that will not be in the video, I'm going to include those on my Twitter. And then number three, this is one that I know some of the people that I follow that make picks, they have this, but they don't tell people they have it so that people can't find their picks sometimes. If you have the Action Network app, if you don't, it's a free download. Download it, make a profile. My profile is just Ricky Widmer, all one word. I put my picks in there too. So those are three ways you can follow my picks if you want to. YouTube video, my Twitter at Ricky Widmer, or the Action Network app. I have a profile, Ricky Widmer. You just search for me, and then boom, hit that follow button. Three ways you can always get them. Just wanted to get that out there because today was kind of a weird and wonky day. And before we get into today's picks, we got to recap yesterday where it was a brutal one. It was a brutal day where in soccer, the ones that I recorded, but I realized they started after I recorded my Champions League qualifiers, we didn't do too bad there. We went 2-2 with those picks. So 4 picks, 2-2, 500 ain't great, but hey, you'll take it. Yeah, you didn't win any money if you put them in a 4-leg parlay, but hey, 2-2 is not bad. 500 is what it is. Gold Cup, I was completely off on the Gold Cup. All 3 of my picks did not hit. I went 0-3. Thank God I have a couple days to kind of rethink if I want to make more bets on Gold Cup matches. Baseball, we went 3-3-1, which yet again, not bad for the first time doing this, where it's like, hey, putting these picks out there. Reds, Rockies, and White Sox hit. We had should have went 5-1-1. The Angels and the Rangers, oh my God, the Angels pitched so well the entire game. Then with 2 outs in the top of the, what was it? Top of the, no, it was the bottom of the 4th. Yeah, bottom of the 4th. One bad pitch to Matt Olson. Boom, right into right field. And I was like, please don't get out, please don't get out, please don't get out. And then it got out. So, I mean, it is what it is. Then you have the Rangers. They were down by a run. They tied the game going into the bottom half. And I was like, hell yeah, let's go. Let's get the 1-2-3. Let's solidify this. First batter, home run, completely kills us. So basically, we were 2 missed pitches from a 5-1-1 day on the diamond. You know what, though? 3-3-1, you'll take it. You'll move on. Hope today is a better day. And then the NBA Finals, congratulations to the Milwaukee Bucks. My main ones, if you went with Now, if you were Suns backers, you're completely upset. Not that your team lost, but also you were picking Suns money line with what I said. But oh man, the Bucks side of it, we were 2-3 in that parlay. Bucks minus 5.5 hit. Suns under 108.5 hit. That over of 218.5. That was being a little bit too much. Little bit too much. That's the one that kind of broke that parlay. And then my player props parlay, I went 2-2. I believe I was two Chris Middleton threes and a Jay Crowder 3 from that hitting. Yeah, the things I thought would be sure bets, they did not shoot well. Drew Holiday, congratulations on your 8.5 over on your assist. I thought that would be the leg to break me. But yeah, kind of going into now today. So today, not a lot of action. Of course, NBA season's done. We pretty much got baseball and then any footy picks that I want to include, and I will have some. Did have some Champions League. That was on my Twitter. Obviously, those games have already finished or going on. So as this video goes up, follow my Twitter. I already talked about that. But for baseball today, I've got two that I like, two that I'm kind of like, okay, I like, but I'm not in love with. And then one that's kind of like my Nationals one yesterday of like, ooh, this could be a sneaky play and could hit if you want to add it into a parlay. The two that I really like, Cardinals first 5 money line, minus 134 against the Cubs. Hendricks, Wainwright. This is one where Hendricks is not a bad pitcher. About 2-3 runs is what you may be looking at. Each time he's played the Cardinals, he's given up 2 runs. Wainwright, on the other hand, last time he played the Cubs, scoreless. Cubs could not get a run against him. And me being a Cubs fan, usually I stay away from my teams. But this is one, I look at the numbers and I go, hey, although my favorite team, I am betting against them. Wainwright's a good pitcher. I look at it and I go, even if they're tied, it's a push. Like at the worst, this is a tie. I like the Cardinals first 5 in this one with Wainwright against Hendricks. So minus 134, that's some good value there. I also like the Giants. Giants are one of these teams that have been the best team in baseball to bet on, whether it's first 5, money line, run line, over-unders. They have been hitting left and right. I like their first 5 today, plus. So they're plus half a run against the Dodgers. This is mainly because I think it's Urias who's on the mound today for the Dodgers. He's kind of been a mixed bag, especially against the Giants. And his 2 outings, 7-run outing, 2-run outing. So even if it's a good 2-run outing, I think the Giants can do enough to either win the first 5 or end up tied and this bet hits. So Giants plus a half a run or plus half a run in the first 5. Then the 2 that I like, but I'm not in love with, you got Red Sox plus a run and a half. This is a weird one for the first 5. First 5 Red Sox plus 1.5, minus 122 value. Garrett Richards on the mound for them, playing the Jays. Even if the Jays win it by 1 run, I think that's all the Jays win it by is 1 run. So I like the Red Sox and that plus that 1.5 instead of a half there. And then the Astros going up against the Indians. They completely demolished my Walker take from yesterday when I went Indians plus half a run in the first 5. This one I got first 5 Astros minus half a run at minus 154. So this is one you're going to want to get into because the Astros, they could be one that win this heavily. So yeah, I like that minus run line for the first half for the Astros. And then the one that I don't like, it could hit. I want to throw it out there in case you want to do your due diligence, look into it and see if you like it. Tigers plus half a run first 5 against the Rangers. This is one that I could see Tigers winning it. I could see it tied. I could see Rangers winning it. So for me, that's why it's like it's like my Nationals from yesterday where it's like, I don't know if I want to include it. I want to throw it out there. I am including it in my kind of records for today, but this one's kind of the least confident. But hey, I wanted to throw it out there for you. So the 5 I have today, Cardinals money line first 5, Giants plus half a run first 5, Red Sox plus 1.5 first 5, and then Astros minus half a run in the first 5. And I said, and too soon. You got the Tigers plus half a run also, first 5. That leaves us to the other games going on. You might be asking, Ricky, what other games are going on? What other sports? I'm going to dive into MLS a little bit. And yet again, short disclaimer, yesterday was my first time venturing into footy picks on my own. Usually I have gone Bubba Gumpino of the Hamadan Pat McAfee Network or Pat McAfee Show. I've been taking his picks. Yesterday was my first foray into, I'm going to go into this. I'm going to make my own picks, do my own research. And like I said, in the Champions League qualifier, did not have that bad. It was 2-2 of a day. Gold Cup completely demolished us, 0-3. So we'll see how that goes. I've got 4 that I'm really confident, 2 that I want to mention in case you're a little ballsy and want to look into it. The 4 that I really like today. So let me go ahead and pull up these games actually, but the first one is Nashville double chance against the Columbus Crew. This one is a minus 180 value, and the reason why I'm going with this one is Nashville has been on fire. Columbus is no slouch though. These are teams that are 2 of the top teams in the MLS. They should come to play. That's why I'm going double chance over money line. I saw a lot of people in the MLS pick world going, hey, you should go at Nashville money line. But I was looking at it and I'm like, you know what? What if there's the chance that Columbus ties the game and this ends in a draw? That's why I looked at it and I was like, you know what? Minus 180, that's not bad value. Let's go with the Nashville double chance just in case it's a draw out there. You still get to cash in on that if it's in a parlay or it's a single bet. So that's why I'm going double chance. But if you're ballsy, the straight up money line, I think it's plus value for this one. I'd have to double check. I wasn't really keeping that one on the mind. So Nashville double chance. That's what I'm going with first off. The next one is Colorado. This is probably, if I had to pick a lock of the night, and I know soccer or football is kind of a little bit of where it's, hey, anything can happen on any given night on the pitch. This should be a lock of the night. Colorado, the Rapids, should beat FC Dallas. FC Dallas, not good. Colorado should handle them. So Colorado money line minus 180. That is a good value for a pick that should be a lock of the night. It's just plain and simple. FC Dallas ain't good, but hey, FC Dallas has upset some really good MLS teams today. And plus the thing that's kind of going into all these is because of the Gold Cup, some teams might be missing some players. So you might see some upsets. You might see some teams that are not full strength because they've got players on international duty playing in the Gold Cup for USA. So, I mean, take that as you may with any of these as well. The third one I have is FC Cincinnati. They are going up against Atlanta, or Hot Atlanta, as I like to call the city of Atlanta. And this is one where a lot of people were saying, go with Cincinnati money line. But I was looking at it. Atlanta's a tough team. They've pulled some draws out in some of their matches. And I was looking at this and I go, there's a chance this could end in a draw in my mind. So I looked at it, and double chance didn't have great value, but draw no bet did, or some apps call it tie no bet. So either draw no bet, tie no bet, whatever your bookie or service that you use for betting calls it. I got it at minus 164. Actually, I did my bet earlier on this, so it might have been a little less. But right now, before I recorded the video, it was minus 164. Not terrible value on that. And I mean, that's something that it's like, hey, if Cincinnati wins, cool, I get it at minus 164 if I could speak. But hey, if they draw, it's a push and it doesn't kill me. So that's why I went with the draw no bet for FC Cincinnati. Then the last one that I really like, you got the Chicago Fire. Draw no bet. They are playing DC. I want to say DC United. Yeah, they're playing DC United today. The reason why I went draw no bet with the Chicago Fire, this one was kind of like the, do I go money line? Do I go draw no bet? And the reason why is, yes, Chicago has been on fire. No pun intended, or pun intended. Fuck it. I like a good pun. They've been on fire. They have scored, I think it's, 12 of their last 14 goals have come at home, I believe. That's me trying to pull some knowledge that I read earlier today while researching these games. They've played very well. DC United, kind of a middle-of-the-pack team. Not a great team, but when they played earlier this season, I believe they drew. Or was it they drew earlier in the season or Chicago lost? Let me pull it. I'm pulling it up here live on the video. No cut for you guys. Yeah, so earlier it was a DC 1-0 victory versus the Chicago Fire, but that was in DC. That was on the road for the Fire. They're playing in Chicago tonight. So I mean, you look at it and it go, okay, Chicago's been playing very well at home of late. That's why I went draw no bet. I'm like, you know what? There could be a chance that this is a draw, like a 1-1 draw. And I don't want to get bit in the butt because I went money line. They ended up drawing. So Chicago, draw no bet, minus 166. I think that's good value. I actually put all 4 of these in a parlay and got some good value on it. So yeah, these are the 4 that I really like. The 2 that I want to throw out though, that are kind of were I tossed and I was like, you know what? I will mention them, but I am not backing these picks. These are just some that I almost put on there. I want to put it out there. You can do your own research on them. And if you want to go with them, go with them. It's up to you. The first one is the Portland Timbers going up against LAFC. This is one that it's one where I'm going, well, the pick I was going to make is LAFC money line. You get that at minus 115. However, the LAFC, if I'm remembering from when I researched this morning, was they've got some guys that are on the international duty, some guys playing in the Gold Cup, so they are really going to be hurting. I want to say it's their attacking that is really going to be hurting. So, like, for me, I wasn't confident. I was like, you know what, they should win, but, you know, I didn't have enough confidence in it. That's why I didn't put it in the ones I like. So LAFC money line, left that off, minus 115. And then the other one, I wanted to put it in, but it was just a storyline that I could not I could not bet against. Basically, you have the New York Red Bulls, had them double chance against Toronto FC. And this is one that's interesting because the entire reason why I did not add this was because of Toronto, where they are a storyline, changed their coaching staff recently, and since changing the coaching staff, they have kind of done a 180. They've been playing better than they have. So, like, even though I believe these two teams played before, Red Bulls got the victory, I was like, okay, what if it's a double chance? You get that with the Red Bulls minus 170. I just didn't have confidence in it because there is a chance that this Toronto team comes out, plays well, beats the Red Bulls, and then you're sitting there SOL. So, like, those were 2 that I was like, you know what? I will mention them in the video. I'm not in love with them, though. The ones that I do like, Nashville double chance, Colorado money line, FC Cincinnati draw no bet, and then the Chicago Fire draw no bet as well. That is going to do it for my daily picks today. Remember, if you want to follow, if you want more picks, the videos, hit the sub button. You can follow me on Twitter. I put picks that I'm not putting in the video or that will be going on before the video on my Twitter. So go ahead, follow my Twitter at Ricky Widmer. And if you have the Action Network app or you're going to get the Action Network app, I'm also there, Ricky Widmer as well. I put my picks for most of the like baseball, NBA, footy picks that they let me put on there, because some of them they won't let me put draw no bet or double chance, but hey, that's just, it is what it is. That's what I got Twitter for. So a couple ways you can follow my picks. Let me know what you guys think down below. Also, if there's ever a game I don't mention and you want to know, like, hey, what do I think, hit me up on Twitter. Just send me a quick tweet. I'd love to give you guys advice or kind of talk with you guys there or in the comment section. But that is going to do it today. Let's hope we win some money. And as always, have a good day, everybody.